What's up everyone, Boris here, and today I want to discuss the latest scans for the One Piece Burning Blood game that's going to be coming out next year, the new One Piece fighting game. Now, a couple of days ago, they released some new scans with some playable characters that were announced, and those include General Franky Shogun and X Drake. And this is very interesting and adds a whole new dynamic to the game because if you have been keeping up with the news about One Piece Burning Blood, then you know that a heavy emphasis will be placed on hockey. Hockey is going to be an important role because there's going to be a lot of Logia players, and so it's really going to be a competition between being able to hit the Logias with Armin hockey and the clash of maybe even Conquerors hockey. So it's going to be really interesting. But when it comes to these new characters, they don't really use hockey, right? There's not a main importance in those fights because X Drake is a Zoan and General Frankie is just a machine. It's like I guess a combination of a cyborg, a metal robot. I don't know what you want to call it. It's really interesting. And if you look at the scans, it actually looks pretty sick. I mean, you have the General Shogun using all the moves from the show, and you have X Drake using some new moves. Obviously we haven't really seen him fight other than that one time in back in Sabaody, and then also we saw a little bit of it when he got into Kaido's favorite island, but other than that, we haven't really seen much of X Drake. So people are saying that maybe there's some new moves that got spoiled, but I want to take you guys back to a couple of months ago when they showed for the first time Shanks' new moves in Pirate Warriors 3. And let's face it, those moves were really cool, and people became speculated. I even made a video on it that those were possibly his moves, and maybe he did have time manipulation. But if you guys had kept up with the news, you know that the creator of the game came out and said that no, he did not work with Oda at all on Shanks' design. So we know for a fact that that's not canon. It's not canon. If it does end up being time manipulation, that's still really cool, and that'd be really awesome. But it wouldn't be foreshadowed in that game at all because again, the creator of Pirate Warriors didn't. He said he didn't consult Oda when it came to that. He just came up with it on his own. So it's very interesting. If we do see some cool moves from X Drake here, like I said, they probably will not be canon, but it doesn't matter. They're still really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how he's gonna fight as a dinosaur. Like I've mentioned it a couple times before, but his main attack will probably be his tail swipe, probably some sort of tail swipe, his bite, and maybe like a headbutt. I'm not really sure. Outside of his dinosaur form, he's still pretty strong. I think he can wield weapons. He used to be a former, was it a rear admiral or something? I'm not exactly sure, but I'm really interested to see what other characters are going to announce soon, especially if the non-Logia, so hockey doesn't play a big role. Let me know what kind of characters you guys want to see below. I'm thinking, some of the cool characters that I would like to see that still aren't announced, or maybe so obviously, obviously more of the Straw Hats, and possibly some of the maybe early villains. I wonder if we'll get some of the pre-Grand Line villains. But to be honest, the way this is shaping up, I'm starting to think that it's going to be focused more on, Grand Line and New World, just because that's what that's what's really popular right now. That's what people want to see. People don't really want to see Kuro, Arlong, and all those early guys, even Buggy. But I mean, who knows? And I'm also wondering exactly how close to the manga this will be because there's been some recent stuff happening in the manga. I wonder where in development this game is and how at what point did they stop referencing the manga. So I'm really interested to see that. I mean, I'm sure they're going to go to Dressrosa, but so that said, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know again down below who you guys would like to see in One Piece Burning Blood. Who you like to maybe see fight as well against which good guys and which bad guys. And make sure to subscribe for more daily One Piece content. With that said, guys, until next time, thanks for watching.